Happy New Year, everyone. I've got a new garage sign as a Christmas present from my buddy Will, so that'll be the main theme to the start of my videos now for a while at least. So this video, I thought I'd start working on another 3D printed part for the Corvette. Is something that I'll develop for myself, my car, and then sell on my Etsy store as well. So I've had this car for a while now, since 2018, and one of the things that's notorious with any Corvette, not just the C5 and really any performance car, especially if they're lowered a bit, is bottoming out the front end when you're coming into a driveway. Now my car is a little bit of a special case because I've got an aftermarket front splitter on the front of the bumper there, but for most Corvette owners, if you don't go in a driveway at an angle, you will bottom out the car on the radiator frame that you can see there in the image, just like this guy. And that will end up looking like that after so many times of bottoming out the car. And what the Corvette community or aftermarket community offers are these metal skid plates that can either bolt on like that, or there's these wheels that you can drill a hole and then mount like a caster wheel underneath. But I have a different idea. It's where it's something that emulates more of like a tow truck skate, like if you've ever seen a tow truck, which I'll show a clip here in a second, of having to kind of drag a car, whether the reason like the transmission's locked, something is not allowing the wheels to spin. The tow truck drivers often use these skates to help kind of glide the car across asphalt or concrete or whatever hard surface to get it to just skid better, so that way it's less strain on the winch when they're trying to tow this thing up the tow truck. So I thought I would create a product that kind of emulates this, because the metal ones I don't really like, because it's, the coefficient of friction between metal and asphalt is larger, so it's going to kind of like scrape and dig in. And I really don't like those wheels because you have to drill a hole. A lot of them are mounted only on one side, so they're going to likely bend. The radiator frame that I have, because mine's aftermarket, is aluminum, because I had to buy a replacement one after the accident my car was in, and so aluminum just will not hold up well to a bolt going through it one side with one wheel if you really bottom this thing out. Granted, my car is a little bit of a special case now because I have that front lip, so I will likely bottom out that front lip way before these skid plates now, but nevertheless I think it's a great product that I wanted to develop and sell for other people to use in the event they still have the same issue where they're worried about bottoming that thing out. And I think 3D printing is a great solution here with some of the materials that we've got, because we have a really good performance grade automotive polymer called ASA. Has great wear resistance, great UV stability, although these won't see much UV underneath the car. And so the idea is to print something that hugs around that radiator support frame that emulates those kind of tow truck skids. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of CAD before CAD, and this is cardboard aided design out of a old fruit snack box from my son. And so, a lot of people use 3D scanners and, crazy ways to kind of reverse engineer something. I'm going to use something called photogrammetry, where I basically am using this, piece of cardboard from a box, and I'm tracing the rough shape of the frame that I'm trying to emulate here, and with just a standard Sharpie marker. And if you've never done this before, it's actually a pretty nifty trick if you've got some CAD skills. So then you take that, and then once you have, that in place, just for demonstration here, my workbench was an absolute disaster. I'm in the process of organizing my garage now for my New Year's resolution. So once you've got that sketch traced from the part you're trying to emulate, you place an object of known length, in this case a square or a ruler, or I often use my my calipers set to like 1 inch, and then you can take a picture of this and then actually bring it into CAD, scale the image, and then trace what you sketched from your Sharpie mark over the area. And so these are a few prototype examples. I've actually been working on this for quite a while now. These are a few prototype examples that I've been working on, and you can see I added some ribbing to just add some stiffness to this. And my first go at trying to trace the frame, I must have just kind of shifted the paper a little bit, so I had a little bit of an area where you can see it didn't quite follow the curvature of that frame. So I'm actually going to be using this piece of paper or a similar one that I used to try this again, basically. So I had done this once, but you can see the curve was a little bit too aggressive there, so it needed to follow a little bit more of a shallow curve. So this is what it looks like. So I actually used my calipers. I set the calipers to exactly 1 inch, scaled the image, and then traced the Sharpie line. This is done in SolidWorks as a sketch picture tool in the sketch kind of part of your design. So I traced it, and then I offset, you know, a given distance, and then this is what the final design I came up with. So it spans about 6 inches along the length of the frame, and I went around back and forth with how do I attach this thing easily to the radiator frame, because I wanted this to be non-invasive, don't have to drill any holes. So I ended up going with the approach of relying on industrial grade kind of UV resistant, because a lot of people don't know that most nylon based zip ties are not UV resistant. They will break down in the sun over time. So these are UV resistant industrial grade zip ties that you will actually feed through those little ports and channels on the frame, and then wrap it up over the skid plate. So I'm just removing some support material here off the prototype build that I built after sketching the new design. And what I was also showing here in this clip was that if you guys use, you know, like a printer with a material system like the Bamboo X1 Carbons like I've got, try using a dedicated support separation material. So I buy the support for ABS material, and it just makes removing supports so much easier. You can see how easily that moved off. So there's a very thin layer of that white material. That's the dedicated support separation material. And it also leaves a much cleaner surface on your support facing sides of your part. So just been having a lot of great success with that, so definitely recommend it. So you can see here's what the parts look like. I added those kind of channels or ribbing to help just increase the stiffness of it. So it's kind of like the same thing of like when you have a piece of flat sheet metal, it's very wobbly and flexible, but the minute you kind of bend some edges into it, it stiffens up a lot. So that's kind of the premise here. These are printed with, you know, pretty solid infill. I can't remember exactly what it was, but pretty solid just to make sure these things are durable. So now I'm kind of showing the installation process, and if you guys do purchase these, they'll come with an installation guide that lays everything out with pictures and nice detailed step-by-step. So I kind of played around with a few different ways to get these on, but the best way I saw was to kind of feed the zip ties over first. So you got 3 zip ties, 2 in the rear, 1 in the front, with the head of the zip tie facing outward towards the outside of the car, and then you basically take the one end of the zip tie that doesn't have the ratcheting head on it and feed it through the part. And then you can kind of, for the most part, these are light enough they'll kind of just dangle there with the force of the zip ties, and then you can kind of slowly feed the head of the zip tie over the tail, basically. So here I'm taking a few pictures to actually document for that that guide for when you purchase these on my Etsy store to help with installation. So these will all be black. I mean, the radiator support frames are black from the factory, so, you know, no other colors really. I feel like, you know, it's not a big aesthetic thing. And again, so these are plastic, and I really do think that these will perform much better than a metal skid plate because they're designed to kind of glide if you bottom out versus catch and kind of grind on the asphalt or concrete. Now, if you totally really bottom out the car, these are only going to be so helpful. They are somewhat sacrificial, so after so many uses, you know, they might start to degrade, but I'm hoping that, you know, you've kind of, as you drive the car more, you kind of get a feeling of how to go in angled driveways. But yeah, I think these will hold up really well. I've practiced kind of skating these things across my cul-de-sac and seeing how well they hold up, and like I said, the ASA polymer has great wear resistance. So that's what it looks like after you snip the extra material off the zip ties. Those zip ties, if you're curious, are really strong. I mean, I was shaking the whole car side to side, forward and back. So this thing is not going anywhere. You have to pull, you know, I used pliers to help kind of pull the zip ties taut and strong, but when I was doing this, it was shaking the whole car. So I would say you have very low chance to rip this thing off unless you totally bottom out the car, but I will provide at least 1 extra zip tie in the kit, you know, maybe 2 or however many, just in case that one of them breaks or you mess up. But, you know, you can get these from any hardware store. So Here's what it looks like again. So with the zip ties fed through, the part themselves have a nice little recessed kind of channel or slot for the zip tie to sit nicely in, so that way it's not kind of like sliding all over the place. And then if you use some side angle cutters like you use for cutting filament, or just wire cutters, you can cut the zip ties nice and clean. So just a little mod, you know, not a crazy technical part, but I think it's just a little thing that will really help, you know, just like, you know, aid in protecting the car if you do happen to bottom out. I do love these 3D printers and having this technology at my disposal to help make these parts. So if you're watching this video, the parts are up for sale on my Etsy store. The link is in the description below. Other than that, guys, this is a quick one. I will see you in the next one. I've got a few more products I'm working on right now.